The Dode Fox Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dode Fox Podcast. I'm Ronnie, he's Paul. You can find out more, dodefoxpodcast.com. Follow us on the socials for the Dode Fox Podcast. You can like, subscribe and click the notification bell on YouTube and support the pod. buymeacoffee.com/Dode Fox Podcast.
Coming up on this week's episode, the week that was, Hibs review, loan report, women's team academy lads, the Tannadice Test, and On This Day with the Arab Archive. It's all coming up on episode 301 of the Dode Fox Podcast.
Hi, I'm Morgana Gomez, and you're listening to the Dode Fox Podcast.
So welcome back to the award-winning Dode Fox Podcast with spotted in floods of tears during someone you loved, Paul McNichol, and finding out 10 cans on the bus is taking it easy, Ronnie Costello. We will get to both parts of them in a second. We have to start episode 300 last week, and just a heartfelt thank you to every single person for comments, replies, messages, DMs, and all that. A lot of love, or just for putting up with us for 300 episodes.
Yeah. And I think you mentioned it. Here's to the next 300. We'll see. You never say never, I suppose. But yeah, sign me up, Rondo. Happy to speak about United for another 300 weeks on the bounce.
We're in season 7.
Season 7. So, well, we might not make it. Let's be honest. We might not make it.
Well, I mean, my maths are no great, but I'm not sure were you in your 40s when this started?
I might qualify for the walking football by that time. You're probably here.
What, actually playing the tournaments?
Yes. Although you take qualified for episode 310, no doubt. But yeah, it's been a fun ride. There's been ups, there's been downs, and there's been a lot of highlights for me and you personally when we get to speak to ex-players, fan guests, fellow fans, I should say, and a lot of legends.
Yeah. Last week we added another one to that list, the silver kissing legend, Margaro Gomez.
Yeah, and it was a story of many knockbacks that he had to take throughout his journey to get to where he is today, which is bizarrely at East Stirlingshire, I'm sure.
Yeah. Still playing, no? 40.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, younger than Sean Dillon, I should say. Should throw that in there. But it was class. Like he's a lovely guy. He couldn't have been any nicer with us. And like we said it last week, and we didn't even hate to say it, but the fans still absolutely adore that man, and we probably always will.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before. There's only 5 teams who have lifted
major silverware.
Yes, 2 League Cups, 2 Scottish Cups, and a league. Obviously, a lot of them were in that same 79, 80, 83. There's a lot of them in there.
Yeah.
1994 then sets a precedent of winning a Scottish Cup. Amazing. Took a long time. So the next batch, and they are legends. I think they are, because
so.
When you lift that trophy, that major trophy, and you're not an arse cheek that does it every year, every other year, and still find something to moan about.
Yeah.
You know, this is the players that got us out the championship twice, you will be held on. You got us out the championship, which is major.
Yeah.
Yarrenbrew Cup's a different thing.
Yeah.
But again, as players that will tell you, played in that team, it was still silverware for them. You know, it was a day out in the sun for me.
Yeah. Like the players from that team, like you might, as fans, you might not want to be in that. Well, you never want to be in that competition if you're a United fan.
But if you're in it,
you'd be as well winning it, wouldn't you?
Correct.
You'd be as well winning it. Yeah, but as for Morgaro, he's definitely a club legend in my opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously, people might argue and say, but you've got like Heggie and Neri and they've won more. I totally get that. But when you're a team that's only won 5 major trophies, and Heggie and Neri are like unique to that because they won a couple of them, if no more than 2. Morgaro Gomez coming in with his teammates for that team. They're all legends in my eyes, and I hope one day that they're all in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and a great story as well. I mean, the knockbacks, the hide and seek champion,
the doubts. Like, because when he first went down to Montpellier, he didn't want to sign. They had to get his boys club manager down to say, "This is what you've practiced for."
Get signed,
and then that obviously
and a nice, story of or telling us like what these systems like in France. We don't know.
No.
The only thing we know is was obviously
Abdi wants to leave it. That's the only thing we know.
the rest of that. Aye,
Yeah.
want to play abroad.
Madness.
What about playing your own country?
Exactly. Yeah. It's good coin down there.
But it was a really nice story for that, and obviously the honesty of leaving,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then coming back twice, and
Yeah.
didn't really work out twice when he came back. But that spell of, you know, signing, and then Craig Levein said, you know, he's in for the future. I was like,
Yeah.
Whoa, what's happening here? And obviously
whatever's French for dingies, that's what Morgaro was saying.
You know, the Mixu story of getting the
office. Yeah. Even before the Mixu story, when he went down to, when he was at England, I think it was Dagenham and Redbridge, and the boy, like, they made him sign. Now your agent's agreed this. Just sign it, no bother. And then he phones his agent. He's
Bullshit.
like, I never agreed nothing.
Yeah.
He says, didn't show up to work in the morning. We'll sort that out. And it took a few months to sort that out.
FA
So
involved.
yeah, it wasn't a nice smooth path.
No.
For him in his whole career, but he definitely made the most of what he had.
Yeah, and we spoke about the tattoo.
Yeah. Yep. That was Stephen Sheehan's mate, Rusty.
Yeah.
He's got it on his leg, is it?
Well,
I'm hoping it's a leg.
Or,
I got sent a close up. I'm hoping that's a leg.
or the tattooist is a genius.
And Rusty's blessed.
So it's you sent it. So I sent it on to him, and he was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
just wow." And
He's seen it before, though. I think he mentioned that he'd seen it before.
But I think, you know, getting it set, and he just thinking, I'd said to him, you know, we've had some really nice comments, and messages just saying, what a story, and great guy, and he still hates Dundee and all that stuff. But he was genuinely appreciative to.
I don't think Morgaro Gomez hates anything.
No,
He doesn't seem like that sort of guy. Yeah.
Genuinely appreciative of you know, us asking him and getting it arranged, but, you know, maybe being a lot more time, and you could, because again we've said this a million times, like, we could just focus on people's time at United, but some episodes or chats could be really short.
Yeah,
you know, and we like it, and I think for us it's a bit of a selfish thing. We're quite interested to hear that, and when some of them moved off and they go, "Oh, you've done your research." Aye, because we want to ken what's going on. You know, obviously there are some people who chat about other times, and I mean, Charlie Miller was quite keen just to tell me to shut my puss, and we're here to speak about United.
Of course,
right.
Of course, it's a United podcast. No, and we'll always focus mainly on United, but in some cases, and one that springs to mind was Jim McInally. Like, that was fascinating. That was about 45, 50 minutes at the very beginning of that episode, where he was on about his time at the Celtic Boys Club and then Nottingham Forest. And like, at the time, I'm not even sure. Like, we had questions in our notes, I can remember that, but I didn't think we were particularly planning on diving that deep into it. But it was absolutely brilliant. And as you say, when we get to speak to these guys, some of their backstory is fascinating to us. Yeah,
it was class. Really enjoyed it. Watched the back this week, because I actually watched it. I didn't even listen. I actually put it on while working. I'll just throw that in.
You weren't eating, because that's enough to throw you.
No.
That'll knock you at your stride when you've got a steak pie in front of you.
Nah, I just stuck it on and watched that. So it was class.
You just boosting the views so that somebody, the YouTube paywall or whatever, is that what you were doing? You just got it on a loop, because when I came in your house today, it was on a loop, was it?
I definitely know that far in, tell you. But no, it's been it was great to chat to him. It's another one that we'd had arranged for a wee while for a summer, and things moved, but we got it done. And I mean, let's be honest, you were in a bit of a panic, because it was the week before, and it was like, episode 300, you would like to hear it, and you were
a wee bit. But that's because like we're happy to, like, from a personal point of view, we're happy to speak to any but I was waiting to say any ex-players, maybe not all of them. There's some that are not on my list.
Really?
But most ex-players, but when you get milestone episodes, like, we do try our best to have just a different level of guest, in our opinion. And like, trying to get Morgaro nailed down for that, and that was a bit of a sweater.
Well, it was,
but we managed
to move.
Yeah, but we managed it.
Yeah, it was good. Really, really good. But again, we appreciate Morgaro for his time, but for everyone listening and watching it and commenting.
Can I get used to calling him Morgaro?
Oh, to his face.
That's very true.
But
I love speaking to Jimmy.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah. Obviously, it's the mention in the week there was, but we touched on it last week. Scotland, obviously in action last weekend. Decent return, 4 points for 6.
Yeah, we've given ourselves a chance,
which is the minimum you can ask.
That's all we want. We just want a chance, yeah. And then next month, when there's another break, Hopefully we take 6 points, but that'll be tough.
Yes.
That'll be very tough.
Yeah. But it will be, again, getting the 4 points for 6 and kind of run into it as well. I thought in that much control,
Mhm.
I just thought subbies was, but
Yeah.
could have. And the boy, I know you'll come up, but the boy Bowie for Hibs that I do like.
Mhm.
How are you not giving boys like that a chance?
Yeah.
Lennon Miller gets about a minute at the end.
I know it's madness. I mean, it's, I don't know. Like, I would give anything to have played a minute for my country, but Lennon Miller's no me. He's actually got football ability. What anybody gains for him playing for a minute, I have no idea. Because the game was done and dusted 60 minutes in. Like,
And we were in complete control.
complete control, 2-0 up. That team's honking. And yeah, we decide to play it real safe and boring.
Yeah.
That's the manager we've got. Like, and I wouldn't have bet against him getting us qualified for the World Cup. But I'm not saying that I would put much money on with doing anything at the World Cup just because of the way that he sets up and whatever.
Yeah.
It's not the most progressive.
But in the 2 games, good return.
Of course, yeah, that's probably the best that we could. Well, you could have hoped for 6, but going away to Denmark was never going to be easy. So we get 4 points. That was class.
Yeah. Floods of tears. It's, doing someone you love this week?
No, there was no floods of tears.
No.
No. I think Rondo's touching on my attendance at the Lewis Capaldi gig up in Aberdeen. No, it was good. It was a good night. Nobody was greeting.
It's no bullet to your head here. Like,
No,
you could,
nobody was greeting. No, that I saw anyway. I
you could
certainly
be
wasn't.
honest.
Nobody was greeting.
You could.
There was a couple of wee sing-alongs, a couple that I didn't have a clue about, and then it was down the road. It was nice. It was good.
Nice. You can tell us what you really think after. The week that was then, we'll start the fact that Gorgeous Jim has a 12-month contract every single day.
Yeah. That's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
When
Security.
it is security. Yeah. When I first saw it, I thought, I wish it was like a 3-year deal, but I could see the pros and cons of that. I think 12-month contract. I don't think he's in any danger of getting sacked. I think if we lose Gorgeous Jim, as you're calling him, it's going to be because somebody comes and pinches him first now, because he's putting some real good work together down Tannadice way, and it won't go unnoticed.
Agree.
So we've got 12-month security. I don't know how that works, if they then put like a clause in the contract that says this will be the buyout clause, or if,
you pay out 12 months.
well, and so
I would think.
and it depends what he's on a weekly wage. So
I mean, it'll be all right. Let's be honest. It'll be all right.
yeah. It's security. It's security for us. It's security for him. Personally, I would have preferred it to be like a 3-4 year deal or whatever, but then that's maybe madness. That's maybe me thinking with my heart, not my head.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think obviously when it comes out, people do think, it's just a 2027, but
Yeah.
it is effectively a 12-month contract every single day.
Every day, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
I know.
kind of the day's contract for 12 months, the morning's contract for 12 months. It's no 12 months for the day he signed it. It is literally every single
every
day.
time
So
he gets out of his bed.
yeah, pretty much. So again, in 12 years' time, he's still going to have a year left on his deal. So again, I mean, say he's got a 3-year deal. I still don't think if a club comes in, they're paying three years to get him out of that. I think it will probably amount to a year or whatever in compensation, unless there's a figure in there. So
It depends what club. It would depend what club, wouldn't it? Because if you're buying him out for a year,
I think that'll be
Two-
pretty standard, eh?
200 grand or something, I would guess.
Oh, he's putting figures on it. Nice.
Well, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I'm taking a stab in the dark. But yeah, it's obviously good that he's signed up. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put a negative slant on it, although it's probably coming across that way. I'm delighted that he's signed. Like, I've been looking for him to get that contract signed for a good few weeks now. And Abdi seems happy, but obviously just know me. I just wish it was longer.
But like I say, because of the rolling of it, it is 12 months.
He's forever under contract until somebody pinches him.
Yeah, and he's happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
The club are happy with it. It might be a bit of a medium.
Abdi, that for me.
I mean, I think you are happy. You're just thinking, it should have been like 3 years. But
I'm just thinking, he's not getting punted anytime soon. Somebody will eventually come and hope to turn his head. And that's the way that I see him leaving Tannadice, which will be rare, because I was thinking about it when they announced the contract whilst I was at Lewis Capaldi. It was, I think it's only I think it's only Craig Levein that I can think that was actually poached for United. Most other managers, like you've got Hoosty, Tam Courts, they left of their own esteem. But in general,
Yeah.
boys get told, right, we're going in a different direction here because it's no happening.
And I suppose
He's not going to be that guy.
he's just signed a deal, we're getting rid of him here.
No, we're not.
But I think if, like, in that, it works two ways. Yes, we've lost our manager, but for the next manager, it's going, oh, there's a project to build, which we've been third rebuild, is ongoing. Now there's, again, we went down, had to get up, had to then stay up, and now it takes time to get to that. So again, with these contracts, we've said this before, Ken, loans with options, 2-year deals with options and stuff to build that squad that hopefully next year we're not turning our 14, we're turning our 4, 5.
Yeah, that's probably the plan.
But also bringing in players that, with the selling model, which ultimately, we've already said it, the two arse cheeks can't compete money, can't compete with Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen.
Yeah.
We just can't do it. But if one of those, there's a couple of them slipping up by the look of it, then we need to be in that position to go, come on, lads.
Yeah, you've got to position yourself to take advantage of any slips for the team.
And if we were to say, look, United are, we finished 4th, but the 6th biggest team in the country, given resources and whatever, then we'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I said to you, we'll finish, if I offer you, we will finish guaranteed 6th every season, but you can better yourself by others being shite, it's up to you to capitalise on that.
Mm-hmm.
You would take that.
I wouldn't be against that.
But
I would negotiate, though. I'd be looking for a cup run and a cup win.
100%. 100%. But to, be the 6th biggest, as we are seeing right now, it means absolutely nothing.
No.
Because you've got to produce it for 90 minutes. And I know we will get to the kamikaze game for yesterday, but already you are seeing the signs of a team that will work their bollocks off. Now, we already had a mentality last year that went, if we need to score a late goal, we will still be in that game to score a late goal. Over the summer, we transform a team. We try to play higher up the park, which we're doing. We want to break quicker. We want to get the ball forward quicker. Things we didn't really do last year, but we were effective enough to finish the season. I didn't want to say we were direct, but we were kind of direct because we had a boy up front that, well, guess what? He was pretty good like that.
But you play to your strengths.
100%.
It's like, what's the difference between the long bag game and just a long pass, a long accurate pass? Like they're very
well. I mean, I may have watched a bit of a game yesterday that was hoofball for a while, but I think it's being effective in what you're doing, and I think that Jim Goodwin has put himself in a position, like you say, now given we've brought up a few times, you were on BBC Scotland and you said, well, paraphrase, he has took the bollocks to take this job because his stock is down.
Yep.
He is effectively the laughing stock, the pictures, the memes
of Scottish football,
and whatever else.
And no many United fans would have wanted him at that time.
No. And then he took the job, gave ourselves a platform to go, lads, we have got a chance here. We'll shit the bed, go down. But again, it's all about the rebuilding and the project and the team and the group and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think for all the negativity that came, and sometimes it wasn't easy on the eye, but we are in a position with a team that do not give up, are hardworking, clearly hardworking. The right people are being identified. The team last year couldn't, and we'll touch on, the team last year doesn't score that any of the goals yesterday. Probably does, well, maybe scores the ban and the header. Doesn't score the second goal.
It was just the way
does not score that second goal.
Yeah.
So I think it's
forever evolving.
Yeah.
As teams like,
and you're right. I think that the way he leaves is if somebody comes in.
Yeah, that's what you'd put your money on just now, is it, rather than getting punted. No, it's everything's positive just now at United. Or most things are positive now at United, and he is such a massive part of that.
Agreed.
I think even in his post-match interview yesterday, he kind of smirked and said, it's great that the fans are travelling in numbers to follow us. They've always done that in his time there, he says, and maybe even winning a few over. Yeah, absolutely are, Jim.
Like we said, there's managers this club has had that some just win a take. It's just the way football is.
Mhm.
I mean, I can't say I was ever enamoured with even a Laszlo and stuff like that, and but again, it's ultimately for 90 minutes you get behind the team, and
Of course you do.
they will give you highs and lows.
Yeah,
And
regardless. Like, Christ, even in the Liam Fox era, if you want to call it that, like
had to get behind them.
you were behind the team.
Yeah.
And even though you were concerned and you had genuine fears of what was going on and where the club was headed, and they were well founded, it showed. But in that moment when you're at the game, you were still behind the team.
Yeah.
Of course. Always.
The William Hill Premiership's Player of the Month for August should have been subbed after 50 minutes the other week.
Should have been.
Ivan Dolce.
Should have been. And ironically, Rondo, when he was subbed yesterday, I was like, I would never took him off here. What we did?
Yellow goal.
No, he has been class. And again, that's not gone unnoticed either. Like all the pundits and everything. And it's easy for pundits to look at a team and maybe quick look at the stats and like, oh, this boy scored X amount of goals. He set up X amount. He must be brilliant. But he has definitely stood it to all that has watched the games.
Yeah, and he's been a really good start, really positive start. Deal agreed, trying to negotiate, get him on a permanent. He's smarting out the right noises and he wants to stay.
I hope so.
So
Well,
hopefully.
just sign the fucking contract then, Ivan. Or we'll stop singing your song. It's as simple as that.
A wee bit of that. But yeah, fair play to him for a great start to his United career. Lewis Haldane has joined the loan report. He's off to Cowdenbeath on a short-term loan, which I'm assuming means January.
Yes. Yeah. And then we'll take it for there.
Yeah.
That's what I take from that.
I've got nothing to report on where are they now this week. I'm keeping an eye on Rich Rodara and Alan Campbell still, just to see where they end up.
Yeah.
But nothing at the moment with Rich Rodara. He was away playing international football last week. I think he'll get a club. I think he's obviously been a bit picky, but we'll keep an eye on, find out where he goes. The treatment table still remains the same. There was no sign of Strain or Trapanovsky yesterday. I think if they're nowhere near being ready to be on that pitch, then what is the point in throwing them on the bench? Obviously, there's 4 hamstring injuries on that bench.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Strain's a bit different, sorry, but Trapanovsky, Graham, Waters, all still out. Owen Stirling still missing yesterday. Was he?
I think he's grounded again.
Yeah. Maybe he moved on.
I don't think he's
the VK Blues.
He's just going through that stage. Ian Byrne's there as well.
Yeah.
He's so moody.
Ah,
Yeah, all joking aside, it's went pretty quiet with that. I don't know what's happening. If he's maybe picked
Grounded.
up well, apart from that, if it's not grounded, then I really don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because they've not said nothing about him.
hopefully somebody could ask that question.
Yeah. Because what was the last time Kilmarnock? He scored against Killie and then we've not seen him since.
Yeah. Nobody's asked.
Yeah.
The press people have maybe not asked the question.
We're asking the question. Like, what's the story we own starting?
Aye. You looked in that camera on YouTube.
Did.
You did. Oh, good. All right.
Did.
Okay. Wow. Right. So, after the Capital
Mhm.
yesterday, for a 5:45 kick-off on
Mhm.
Premier Sports, which must mean we've been on Premier Sports 3 times out of 4 now, 4 league games. Just the Hearts game we weren't on the telly. Falkirk,
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Dundee,
Mhm.
and that. So we'll not be on again for a while. Oh, no, we are. The Aberdeen game's been moved, isn't it? That's on the TV.
Tuesday night.
The Christmas game.
Oh, that's a while off. Did I mention the C word? Yeah, it's easy, peeps. Or I'll mention another C word.
Just did. September. It's time to get excited.
No yet. No yet,
time to
Rondo.
get
Come on. No yet.
So Capital.
Yes,
That's a C word.
that is a C word.
I'm assuming you never seen any other games if you were, because you couldn't have been in the
No.
French farmhouse or anything.
I was not, no. I planned the journey to leave just before 3 so that we could listen
Got Kinross.
we did frequent Kinross, Cubicle 1, family sized 1, yep. Might spend a wee bit of time in there. And
Pre or post?
Pre.
Oh.
Always pre.
Making room.
Post, there's no stress. There's no anxiety. Just looking forward to getting him after the game. But we listened to the open all mics on the BBC driving through, so I was
Usual
more
rabble?
than aware. Yep. Yep, more than aware of what was going on. Having a wee laugh and a wee chuckle at the halftime boos at some of the games. Yeah, so that the kickoff time actually it was fine.
That worked out fine for you then.
It worked out absolutely bra.
Nice. An unchanged starting 11.
Yeah, had to be.
So, the conversation before the game, a couple of people were saying, one, Dolchik's been in the news this week. Does that mean he'll no start? Because he was doing the press.
Yeah.
I thought when the captain does that, it's usually a safe bet. I thought, I think he'll play. And then a couple of people saying, would you have changed one change? The only one change, obviously, Pankamara didn't play during the week for his or last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bit of a doubt on him, but I expected if he would play. Mahler in for Fata.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Would have been the only sort of rumour going, depending if you want to go direct or whatever. But I thought that's the only that would either be one change or none. That was it.
Yeah,
but it was an unchanged given. Stick with the winning formula.
Of
Doesn't
course.
happen a lot for team managers. No, change things.
No, it's definitely a rarity. But there was no complaints when I saw the team coming out this week, which is another rarity because I'm usually complaining about something. Rondo,
really, we've never noticed that.
As we're Sudanese listener will attest to, my greeting fist, my man Curtis, he cans him a greeting fist when it comes to anything to do with United. But no, there was no complaints when the team come out, and it was a game I was really looking forward to.
Yeah,
really looking forward to.
It was actually only one change in the whole squad.
Mm-hmm.
It was Alvin Beattie was on the bench.
That's right.
Lewis O'Donnell being up at Cove.
Yeah.
So that was it. Hibs obviously last season. Wow, started off utter garbage.
Yeah.
Finished it unbelievably strong. I watched on Premier Sports yesterday, and the boy on there told the start, and I've just checked to see if I noted it down. But they've no lost there for, we'll just say donkeys, right?
Donkeys, yeah.
But it's a long time.
Mm-hmm. They've not won at him this season.
No, they've not.
Mm-hmm.
And they've still not won at him.
No.
But you were going into a game with a strong Hibs team.
Mm-hmm.
They've been in Europe as well. Spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
A big occasion for them as well. Team. It was their birthday, was it?
Because they had the hoops on, didn't they? They got some decisions.
I wasn't a fan of that.
I actually thought there was we gave away a free kick after about 40 seconds, right?
On the edge of the box.
Aye. So I was looking at it behind, and I was like, have I missed this new Hibs kit? Didn't realise, and it turned round and had the hoop. I thought, this has got to be a right on, Ken. Oh, it's a one-off, right? Okay, thank Christ.
Yeah.
But so I digress. But we're playing a Hibs team that I'm still not sure what you get for them because they've spent a lot of dosh. And then I seen their team come out, right? And they're playing Mulligan and Levitt in the middle of the park, and McGrath's just ahead of them. And I'm just thinking, and the whole time I'm going, this game could be won or lost in that midfield. Because I think our midfield will battle more than they do. I like the boy Mulligan, right? Because he's no up the road anymore, so I can say that. And he will run a day, and he's quite strong and whatever. But I'm just not sure.
The Lux end product.
Oh, 100%. I'm just not sure the Levitt's in there when you need a battle. Because he's an awfully nice football player.
He is, yeah. He is a good football player. And he's very good at that particular side of the game. But when it comes to digging in, that's maybe not his strong point.
I think our boys were up for that. So that was going to be interesting. And then obviously, again, we're playing two in midfield again. They're kind of playing McGrath will float about. And then you're thinking, well, I like the boy Bowie, though. We've said that a couple of times. I do.
Didn't like him yesterday.
Again, we'll get to that.
We will get to that.
But I do kind of like, again, would have liked to see him play for Scotland, Ken, because he's a bit of a pain in the arse, and you think he put himself about. So it was going to be, we'll see what it's like. Obviously, last season, we had crossbars into our box. I think it was the boy, is it Bika on that was playing, it wasn't a can, and you thought, and the weeest boy in the park won a header mind last season. So again, you ken the threat's going to come in. But ultimately, I thought, this could be a cracker.
Yeah. I was as I've said, I was genuinely looking forward to this one because we would have probably tried to play a certain way, and you're up against a team that are going to try and play a certain way. A lot of times in Scottish football, teams will maybe come to Tannadice and they'll try to stop you for doing whatever. But I didn't feel like anybody was going to try and stop. Because Hibs would have been confident, but I think we're quite confident in ourselves as well and what we can bring to a game. So I always thought it was going to be a really good game. Like, and as I say before, when I saw the team, wasn't overly fussed about their team, but I was looking forward to seeing how our defence got on against Boyle and Bowie, and I was looking forward to seeing what our front three were going to do to their backline, because I'm no sold on their backline.
Yeah, and like I said, we gave a free kick away after about 40 seconds.
Yeah, edge of the box, thinking, nah,
Oh
come
no,
on, come on.
Right away you're thinking, oh,
And it's
no.
Jamie McGrath, so football fans, we all think when a boy's played for your team, he's going to come by, he's going to haunt one. And when I seen him lining up to take it, I was like, here we go. But no, he blazed it out of the bar.
Aye. Well, it was nice one.
It was, yeah. Old friends.
Have you watched the game back yet? Have you watched any of your highlights?
I've watched the highlights, yeah.
Okay. Just, I was, as I was watching it, I got left to myself
Good.
to watch a game.
Perfect.
Me and the dog, because Claire was at a Bairn's birthday party, but took a case of AU vodka with her.
Oh.
I kind of that happens now, but that must be the...
Bairns are different these days.
Well, must have been.
Yeah.
Must have been.
Bairns are different.
And it was the Bairns' mum, or the Bairns' uncle rather. Craig is a massive United fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's endured watching the pod yet, but certainly listens to the pod. And what had happened was, as kick-off was approaching at the party, the United fans went through the living room to watch, or to a room to watch it.
That's fair enough.
And I thought, fair play.
I'm sure the Bairn will understand.
Absolutely, yes. So I was left in peace to watch a game, just me and the dog. It was quite the thing. And I thought, I didn't usually get so I'll actually jot down some notes in real time, which I didn't usually do as much. I usually just put real bullet points, but I was trying to be, I was thinking, Paul's, the note's going to flick up here and you'll get loads of updates for it and see if they make any sense. And then all I put was, first 15 minutes, very stop-start, gave away loads of fouls.
Well, the ref gave them lots of fouls. I thought it was very stop-start, and I'll jump ahead a wee bit. Like this morning when I'm listening back to BBC Sports Sounds podcast, Pat Nevin was the guy covering the United Hibs game, and one of the first things he said was, the referee was excellent, he let the game flow. And I was thinking, that's no the game I was watching. Like, it was very, very stop-start for periods of time. And it was all fucking niggly wee things that... And the thing is, sometimes the ref, he would just let it flow. But no the hell game. Like, it was very, very much like...
He's a new ref, or newish.
He's a new something, Rondo. He's a new something.
Yeah, he's a new... I'd certainly know and I've lost my shit at yet.
No.
That happened yesterday.
Well, I have now, yes. But this time yesterday, no, I hadn't.
But I thought the opening 15 minutes was very stop-start. I know where the game flowed. But... the next note I've added is 15. What a crossing header.
Brilliant. Both of them. And I actually think, I didn't notice it at the time, but I think looking back that the guy's fouling Stevenson as well when he gets his head on it, because the way he headers it, it looks like he's been pulled backwards and spun around. But yeah, we're on the attack. We try to get a bar through. It doesn't come off. Bashiri, I think it is, that clears it as far as Will Ferry, and
he'll come up in a fucking minute.
He just puts in an absolutely delightful cross, and fair play to the boy at right back or right wing back or whatever he was playing to get on the end of that. He wanted it more.
And it's that thing as well when you see it back, like the left back just like I think he has one look at him, but doesn't look again, and instead he just gets in front of him. Yeah, it's a great header.
It was a really, really good goal. Well worked goal.
Yeah, and we were ahead. 50 minutes in. Again, I don't think it was much between the teams. I just thought it was a bit stop-start. And to be ahead was like class.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, they had some of... I felt at the time, and I've not actually looked at the stats, Ryan, but I felt that they had a wee bit more possession.
I'll get them for you.
But we looked dangerous when we went forward. Like, there's no doubt about it. I thought there's goals to be had in this game for us.
Yeah.
There might be some for them, but they're a good team. Like, they're going to get chances. Like, that was unavoidable. It was two, in my opinion, two good teams. So there was going to be chances.
What are you wanting?
Well, I thought they had
shots.
I thought they had more. They probably had more shots, but I think they had more possession. Maybe no by much, but in the first half, I thought they had
45.
So there's no by much then. Yeah. No by much.
Shots 27 to 13. But only 12 on target. We had 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it was a weird opening 15 minutes because, like I say, I'm still waiting to find the flow. Like it just wasn't there. But you get yourself obviously ahead. Like, see what I did there? Definitely didn't mean that. Great crossing for Will Ferry. Great header. You're thinking, yes, class. And then Yuri Yuvo gets booked again.
Yeah.
5th in 9 games.
Yeah.
3rd in the league. Now, Callum Butcher says to us, see, when I got booked, I was better. I felt it settled me down. Now, Yuri already had. This was about his 3rd foul, right? I knew it was coming, and it was in of them. I couldn't really hear go at the ref because it was coming. It was.
But he done that usually. He was like there,
Point,
and
point,
there,
point.
and I was like, you're an arsehole. He's not even been over there. What are you talking about? But I get he's just trying to say.
Aye. So he does that, and then you're thinking, right, okay. And again, skipping ahead, you had about 2 or 3 more. I'm like, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a real strange in for that. And again, I think in this place there's a couple of the boy Bowie bears a bit of a foul against Esselink.
He tries to bear loads of fouls.
Oh,
and I didn't
even get me started on his mate Devon.
No. But I didn't appreciate that about Bowie. Like, I've always genuinely thought that he's a good player, and I'm happy for him to be a good player because he's Scottish.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you want him to do well for Scotland. Do well at Hibs for a period of time. Didn't do well against us. Bugger off to a bigger team.
Correct.
And be brilliant for my country, please. But yesterday, because he wasn't able to manhandle any of the United defence. He wasn't able to get the better of them physically. And he resorted to a lot of what I thought was trying to win cheap fouls.
Well, it was the backing in, and then collapsing.
Yeah, and greeting at the ref.
Yeah.
And fair play to the ref at times. He saw it for what it was. But there was other times when he didn't, obviously.
Yeah, it was annoying, though.
It was very annoying, yeah.
Yeah. Yovo, like I say, booked, and again, it was early. 25 within the first 25 minutes, you're thinking, he's
just a bit rushed. Like, he's got a lot of attributes, I think, and I ken there's people are not writing him off, but there's people on his back on social media, not at the games, but on social media I see him getting a wee bit of criticism, and that's probably because he is rash. But if we can just iron the things out of his game, like, he's an absolute weapon. Like, he's huge, he's good in the air, he's strong in a challenge. If he could just maybe not commit 18 fouls in the first 4 minutes of games, then we'll be sitting pretty.
Indeed, yeah. It's no.
He's a cert to be suspended at some point this season.
He's getting close to. I think it's 6 bookings, isn't it? He's on 3 already.
Before Halloween,
played 4 games,
but he'll be able to go gazzing that night if he's got a game because he'll be suspended.
Yeah. 27 minutes in, they're back on level terms.
Yeah.
Disaster.
It was a disaster, yeah. And there was a few at the time. Like, I was in the second row actually, Rhonda. I was fucking soaked. But
good
at the time, there was people. I could hear people shouting, "Oh, that's a foul!" The boys backing into the keeper, and I was thinking, nah, because I was watching it with my own 4 peepers, thinking he's just made an absolute howling arse of that. Like, Bashiri's in front of him, but I didn't even think he backs into him. And when I've seen it back, he doesn't back into him. And even if he did, then that's kind of what you want your player to do. Like, you want him to make it difficult for the keeper to catch the bar, punch the bar. He's just misjudged it. He's mistimed it. Ultimately, he's made a null hunt of it, and it's ended up behind him and into the net. And it was a right kick in the teeth at that point because their tails were then up, and the atmosphere kind of goes up a wee bit or a wee notch or two when they get back into the game. And you thought, right, we're going to hit a dig in here maybe for the next 5-10 minutes just because they're probably going to come at us quite a lot here. But it was a shitey goal to lose.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, well, no, it was. It's one of those... It's one of these mistakes that a keeper makes, and you just hope they can bounce back for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the biggest worry is someone else happens, or can they make a simple save look really difficult, or a shot comes into you, you spill it a wee bit. And that's kind of obviously that. I hope that doesn't happen again. And I think after the goal, certainly till we scored, we had to soak an awful lot up.
Yeah, but the keeper has an absolutely brilliant save after the...
He does.
I don't know what minute it was in, but... So, I was sitting at the game, obviously with Shaw, with Leo, but Dave Hales, we're mate for Canada. He was there, so he was sitting next to us, and when, I can't remember, is it a Bowie header or something? Is it Bowie that gets on the end of that cross, and it's a brilliant save, low down to the keeper's left. And it was a great save, and Dave was like, "Oh, that's a made up for that goal." And I was like, "Hey, fucking settle yourself, Dave. The jerseys were still silk, but that's a great
Are you
save."
still jet lagged, Dave?
Yeah, two things can be right here.
Have you been in the watering holes after it?
Nah, but that was a fantastic save, and that proved to me right, it's not in his head. Like he's still capable here.
It was then very obvious what Hibs were going to do.
Of course.
Because again...
But you would do it yourself.
Well, 100%. So their corners then began to be in-swinging because they weren't.
Yep.
So it was always going to happen.
on top of him.
And there were some scary moments at times. And sometimes I think, is he, or this is during the game, I'm thinking, is he coming for it because he kens he's made an error?
Mm-hmm.
And like, is he thinking he needs to do it to get himself right or whatever? But there was a couple of occasions I'm like, how are you not letting the defender hit it?
Yeah.
Ken, but you didn't need to come for it. But again, is it?
But was it within? It's hard to see in the second half because there was a few crosses again. Is he coming for them when they're in the 6-yard box, or is he even further out?
Yeah.
Because if it's in the 6-yard box, and I'm no far from a goalie, but I'm thinking, well, that
could have been.
I could have been. Could have been a basketball player, I suppose. But I'm guessing that's his domain. Like he wants to control that area, and if it's a wee bit out of there, then can leave your defenders to get on with it. But if that's the case, then we need better communication there.
Yeah,
we definitely need better communication.
But that sort of 15-minute spell, I just soak a lot up because they were, it was just coming in waves and waves.
They're a good
team.
They're a good team, so it wasn't altogether unexpected. Especially when you throw them a crumb, like they weren't getting much change, and then you literally throw the ball in. And again, I'm no the keeper. It's you can't defend what happened for that goal, but the conditions were absolutely hellish as well. Yeah. I don't know if that's played a part in it because that I don't kind of come across on the telly. It was pissing down at times.
Certainly,
absolutely torrential.
During that spell when it was like busy, we still had a couple of chances. Sapsford has in. I think Stevenson is in again, and the keepers
we were a threat all day.
Yeah, he's a good save. Obviously, we are kind of they're countering us as well. So the Bowie header comes in, but Bowie has a shot as well that he makes a good save for, put too wide. So it was getting to the point. It's like getting a half time, but United thought, no.
We'll get in at half time, but we'll be a goal up. That's what they thought.
Again, say that the team last season doesn't score that goal.
Yeah,
and what a goal it was.
It was a great move, and it was.
I don't get what the keeper's done.
Doesn't matter.
But it's a really nice bar through.
Their keeper had a decent game.
I'd love to find out if Dolchik and Sapsford had a conversation. He's no offside, but I just wonder if.
Well, they both go for it, and then it's literally the last second
takes it.
Dolchik must think this is mine. Sapsford's savvy enough to think you are definitely the better option here. I'll go inside. And I kind of got the hell goal to aim it. I'll put it through the boys' legs, though. That's what I'll do. It was brilliant. Brilliant for Fata in the first place. Brilliant for Dolchik and Sapsford to break the line. And to go in 2-1, and it was absolutely chaos in that stand. Like, it was fantastic.
And it's that
great moment.
Time I get it, Ken, right? A minute before half time.
Yep.
And again, when it's been soaked up a little bit as well, bouncing back for the mistake,
showed a good resilience.
Yeah.
Showed a good resilience, and that's a good sign of things to come.
It's that as well. We've had a few goalkeepers in the past that when a mistake has happened and it's no went, that heads go down across the team. I just didn't think it happens just now.
No.
I think it is a case of, right, fucking head up and we'll go again.
It looks to me, and it might be birthday card pish, but it looks like they're all they're all in it together. So if one man,
that is birthday card pish.
It is, but if one man makes a mistake, then they all pull in the same direction to try and rectify it, rather than when Charlie Mulgrew passes the ball back to Baraghetti and he turns away when he's been sliding tackled for Stevie May. He didn't want to can him. This team doesn't hate that in it. They're all in it together, Rondo.
So where were you at 43 minutes going into half time compared to when the full time whistle actually went?
I was delighted. No, I was delighted when that goal went in. It was class, and I'm not saying it felt merited, because it felt like at times it was a bit end to end, or we had good chances, but then we were under the cosh. I was really enjoying the game, and then when we got in at half time, absolutely delighted to be 2-1 up.
Yeah. I'm assuming positivity when you're 2-1 up and you getting like that. It's a pretty nice place to be.
That was one of the best half times I have ever had at the football, Rondo, because somebody come back I assume for getting a pet or getting a piss, one of the two. Hopefully they didn't get them mixed up. And they were like, it's the young team are banging the drum and singing in the concourse. So I was like, come on, we'll head in. So we went in, and before you know it, I was right in the middle of it, and boys just singing Shed Away. United songs galore for 10 minutes, headed back, absolutely knackered. I needed another halftime break after the halftime break. So I didn't know what the chat was at halftime, because I was just jumping up and doing singing songs.
So the young team are doing that.
And this old baldy, specky idiot.
Leave it at that.
I mean, I was one man away from getting a shot on the drum rondo. I was absolutely devastated.
Oh, wow. Didn't take long in the second half to go 3-1 up.
Didn't I?
Look at the double.
And it was fantastic again. Brilliant for Fata once again. I really like him. I've said it a couple of weeks ago. I really like what he can do. And Lucas Stevenson, what is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing? Leaving his post.
Yeah.
But he's getting on the end of these things, and he made it look so easy. Like, it was a great finish, but he just made it look dead easy.
Yeah. The thing is as well, though, Dolchuk was in right after the restart.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And it was a good tackle that he then couldn't do nothing with it. But like you say,
it's just good to watch.
Yeah.
It's genuinely good to watch.
It's all action at both ends of the park.
In the second half, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
But a great cross, 3-1 up. You're thinking, doing all right here.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes later.
Yeah. I kind of missed the start of it. I see the ball at Vichko's feet, and I didn't see how it got there. I must have been speaking to Dave or to whoever. And then I saw what I thought was a foul. I thought Vichko's been fouled there. The ball went through. They've scored. The linesman's flag's up. I was like, right, okay. Must be offside. As I say, I'm in the second row behind the other goal. I didn't get a good view of this at all. When I've watched it back, now obviously they were checking for offside. And it couldn't have been offside because it's Vichko that kicks it through. But I'm convinced that the boy barges into him to knock him into knocking the ball back to Bowie. I think it's a foul. It might be soft, but I think it's a foul. And I've not seen anybody else come out and say that. I might be the only person saying that. But it was never going to be offside because the boy doesn't touch it. So, but if he doesn't touch it, then how has Vichko fell the way he's fell? Because he's been barged for the boy.
I don't think it's a foul.
That's my argument.
I don't think it's a foul.
Neither did the ref. That was the fucking problem.
Nah, I didn't think it was a foul. I just think it's...
But also, whether it's a foul or no, it's something that I hate. You kind of hate it. I'm not sure you're a big fan of it, but this playing out for the back.
Aye.
And after the game, Goodwin says, look, I take the blame for that because it's me that's telling them to do that. I didn't see the benefits of it. And he said after the game, look, we've done it loads of times when we've played out.
Yeah,
but how many goals do we actually score for playing out for the back against?
Yeah.
What's the chances of actually conceding in when you start playing out for the back? Because it happened in the first half as well. Near the start of the game, actually, Kucherenko played it out and we nearly got caught in our own box. I just hate it. I don't like that side of modern football. I never have and I never will.
Yeah, I think you're obviously if it's are you screaming for that? You probably are at initial, but I didn't think I thought it was offside because again I thought until you see the replay, I didn't realise it was Vichko. It's disappointing. Again, it's a good turn for Bowie. Finishes it all right. You're like, well, we might get a reprieve here with the flags up.
No chance.
Yeah, I certainly didn't think it was a foul, but I wasn't.
I didn't think
sure.
it was shoulder to shoulder. I thought he's mere barged him.
Yeah,
and if he's barged him, then surely that's a foul.
I think I'd say you forced that mistake.
These might be. These are definitely tangerine tinted I've got.
I'm glad you're checking.
That's possibly what happened.
And then again on the back of that, Hoylett comes on. His first touch. What a save that is!
Yeah,
Kucherenko.
The keeper, ironically, yesterday had a lot of good saves. A lot of good saves. He helped us out big time in a number of moments.
I tell you what I was going to say right at the top. I was going to tie your thunder and say, did we see the good, bad and ugly of Dundee United yesterday? Again, because I think it's been used loads of times. I think a few people have used it, but it was like Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Again, the goalies had that
horror moment,
and then he's had 4 or 5 top drawer saves.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it was frustrating to be, but then that save, let's say for Hoylett's a really good save. Vichko then forces a good save for their keeper.
Yeah.
Ken?
Yeah.
Again, you're saying burst in net and he just smashes it. But keeper, good save again.
Yeah, I mean, it's near post. You probably want him to go across the goal, but it's on target. It looks like it's going in the top corner, and I think you just say fair play to the keeper for that.
Yeah. Double change. Bat and Dolchik come off.
Wouldn't have took
Namo
him
and
off.
Mauler come on. Change the shape. Go 3-5-2. It moves into midfield. And then that wee flick to Sapsford. If it's just got another yard or two on it, I think it lands better for him to finish.
And he scores.
Good save again, though. But it's quite close to him.
Great save, but once again, I think Mauler's going to be a real asset to us.
I was just about to say, in those two wee bits we've seen, so it happened in the derby, that really nice flick to Dolchik.
He's a clever player. Yeah, he's a clever player.
Like to see more on, but again, it's just one of these things that's going to happen. But it was there was chances coming. I say I've got Mauler and Sapsford with a good save. You probably couldn't have marked Hayden Ortelo at the game and what happened in the 84th minute. Wow.
Yeah. So initially, and if I'm being honest, I thought the keeper's flapped at that cross because it was a corner, isn't it? Yeah, it's a corner. So corner comes in, and I think the keeper, and I think he maybe comes out when Esselink's probably going to want to deal with it. And then it leads for that. He's obviously out of position on his knees. And I'm only going back on what I've seen on the TV since it now. And it looks like he kind of bumps into Vichko at the time. And then the boys tried to put it over his end shoulder or something. And it's hit Vichko in the arm. No doubt about that. But at the time, obviously, I don't know kind of many United fans would have seen that when you're 100 yards away from it. But having seen it back on the TV, Rondo, I can't help but think it's harsh. And I know that like when I watched Sports Scene last night, they were talking about it, and Jim Goodwin mentioned it in his post-match press conference when he was saying, look, he watched this VAR review show that was on TV the night before, and basically the big talking point was, well, Hibs really should have had a penalty in that last game, and he's like, well, I kind of can't. And when you watch Sports Scene, I think it's Neil McCann and it was Stephen Thompson last night, and they were like, well, it's maybe justice got served because it didn't get in. No. What do you mean justice got served? Like they shouldn't have had a penalty against us 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's completely different. That's bullshit. If that's how they've come to that decision because they didn't want to make another howling error. But I don't ken when it comes down to these penalties. We've said it before, and I've certainly said it a number of times. Like I don't ken what is and what isn't a penalty. To me, it looks unbelievably harsh to give that as a penalty because when you see it and when you see it slowed down, you're like, oh, right, it's hit his arm. When you see it in real time, you're like, what is that hit? And there's an argument to make. How high up his arm does it hit? Is he shoved? Is he arm in a natural position? When you get shoved, it probably comes out a wee bit. Yeah. But to then compound it by giving him a straight red.
Wow.
I was like, Shaw was like, he got a straight red there. I was like, nah, he's on a booking. Like, it wouldn't have been a straight red. And then you get him and you're like, a straight red for that?
Denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity.
But it's mad. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he's trying to do an overhead kick.
How do they know it's going in?
Exactly.
Legit, and I'm not trying to be funny, like, but for the angles that you've seen, I don't care if it's going in. I don't think anybody could say it's going in. I didn't think it was a penalty, but I'll concede it's hit his arm, and if that's the letter of the law that his arm's out with, like, the shape of what it should be or whatever, then right, fair enough. But a straight red, that doesn't sit well with me at all. Like that can't be right.
Yeah, it was the same. I thought the red card come up. I was like, wow. And again, it was only because the constant sort of replays of it, VAR and whatever, and I was like, aye, it's a penalty. He's going to award a penalty here.
As soon as he got sent, you can't even, they were going to get it.
And they were showing it, and they were trying to show the angle, and they show it from behind the goal, and it's like, it's not conclusive. It was probably more on Yuval pulling the boy back, was probably more of a penalty, like. But again, because his arm's up, letter law, penalty, whatever. But that's it. That's enough. Like, it doesn't need to be a booking. That's enough.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So it was really, really harsh for it to be
to get a straight red though. Like, if you think back to last season when the shit show that was the United St Mirren game, and I think it was Marcus Fraser that wipes out Louis Moult, and he got a straight red for that because they deemed him, and we got the penalty, but they deemed him as, well, he wasn't trying to make an attempt to get the ball there. Like, what are they saying that Vichko has purposely? Is that
that's deliberate handball?
Is that there?
Yeah, it's deliberate handball. It's a straight red.
I didn't think it was deliberate handball.
build it right up. I think it's that motion of what you meant today. Like,
but if you see it, the keeper, I don't care if the keeper pushes him or falls into him, but he kind of nudges him and his arm goes up as is natural.
It's that domino effect. Like, things happen. Like, your body naturally moves. How many times have we said about a certain penalty award and an unnatural way to fall?
Yeah.
Like, again, you push, there's a natural way of doing things. So if somebody falls into you, you didn't fall like this. Your hands do come up.
Of course.
Ken? So if we're going with the letter of law, is it apparently grudgingly? It might be, but that's enough. Like, there's no need, because now you're thinking straight red card.
Yeah.
They have to appeal it.
But I'm not convinced they'll win it. Because, and I say that as somebody that has watched football Amadeus, but I genuinely didn't ken what the law is around that. If maybe somebody could show me the law, and it would be a straight red, I didn't ken, but I didn't think it was a deliberate handball. That's my opinion on it. And it's all subjective. The ref's obviously looked at our beaten arsehole. He's looked at it because the ref didn't see it. So the ref was getting a lot of stick, and ultimately he's changed his mind. But you didn't ken the pressure that's put on him for, like we said it a while back, like he's a new ref. If any of his guys that he's maybe looked up to for a couple of years is telling him, you might want to look at that, I think you might have missed that. It's only natural that he's probably going to think, and I better listen to Brother Beaton because he kens what he's doing. And before you know it, we were staring at a Jamie McGrath penalty, and I didn't think for a second he was going to miss, because one thing he's very good at is taking penalties.
Yeah.
But it was a real blow to think, right, this is going to be a struggle now, because, and then I can, when the board goes up at the end of the game and it's 7 minutes, like when that penalty went in, we kind of looked around and thought, I'll bet there's about 10 minutes added on here. It just felt like we were going to get the shaft. Yeah. It felt like we were going to hit a long haul in.
Yeah. Could have won it. Stevenson with a hat trick. We'll have that in the bingo card.
Absolutely not me ever. And it's another good save. It's another good save for the keeper.
And it's for all the commentators were saying yesterday about Hibs being open and whatever, but I thought we were like Muller's wee flick. He just got there. He just won the bar.
Yeah.
You say they're open, but it's a really good flick, and Stevenson he's playing midfield at that point. He just bombs on.
Yeah. He was brilliant yesterday. Really,
really good. Like you say, good save. Up that again, Kucherenko. We're speaking about, like, he's safe for Hoyle in injury time.
Yeah.
Really good save as well.
Yeah. He had a number of good saves. It's just a pity that people are going to it's the way that football fans' minds work. Like, people are going to remember the mistakes he made, and other teams are going to have watched that, and we're going to be under aerial bombardment for set pieces and corners and whatever for the next wee while, I would imagine.
So on the referee, it was his 10th game refereed this season, only his second Premiership game. He dished out 5 yellows yesterday and 1 red.
Yeah.
In his other Premier game, he dished out 7 yellows. In 10 games, he's done 47 yellows, and he's gave out 2 red cards in his last 2 games. Last week, he was refereeing East Kilbride against Hamilton. And he's coming to that. He has been refereeing a while, but it's just, I certainly didn't think he let the game flow.
No.
And it was like Bowie and Bashiri were immune to having fouls against him or talking to us.
How was Bowie got booked near the end of the game? Is that right?
Would have been near the end. How
has he not been booked for Devon? At some point.
No, he didn't get booked.
Did he not get booked?
Campbell, Mulligan.
It must have been Campbell, because him and Esselink got pulled aside.
Esselink.
Right, so it was when Esselink gets booked. I thought that was Bowie. It was doing the other end. But Bowie, even when it was 3-3, he's thrown himself in the box as well.
You've seen the penalty?
Yeah.
Seen when they claimed for that, and I got, so Michael Stewart is screaming for a penalty. And I was, even at the time, I went, that's not a penalty. Like, I was convinced it wasn't a penalty. And he's screaming for it. So then obviously the replay comes really slowed down. So I can't mind what's got him, I can't mind. They have got a hood on him, but they let go of him, and about 2 seconds later he throws himself to the deck.
Yeah, of course. Like, so if he's gonna continue his career doing that, he needs to be smarter. He needs to be better at Devon. because you can't.
It's as if he plays with somebody up front that could do that.
Exactly. You can't take 2 steps and then throw yourself because it looks ridiculous.
But that is exactly what he done.
Yeah, but he did it in the first half as well.
Mhm.
He did it in the first half, right in front of the United fans.
Yeah.
He's maybe going for the whatever trophy it is that Martin Boyle wins year in, year out. He's maybe going for that this year himself. The biggest ever in Scottish football. They need.
Wow. On the whole, when you took your breath when the full-time whistle went and you've watched it back, what overriding emotion were you sitting with? Was it disappointment? Was it frustration? Was it happy? Was it content? Where were you?
When the full-time whistle went at the game, I turned to Dave Hales and I was like, that was an absolute cracker of a game.
Yeah.
Genuinely enjoyed it. Even though it was up and roller coaster as it always is, Rondo. But even though like we were 3-1 up and the first goal we should do better, the second goal we should do better, third goal hard done, but even though we've probably missed a glorious chance to get the 3 points, I still enjoyed the game. I thought it was a great game. The team gave everything again. The keeper, I think he got over the howlers, although the time will tell with that because teams are going to play on that because they'll see that as a weakness in his game, just putting the ball on top of him, put him under pressure. But I couldn't be angry or upset. And when the players come out, Kamara's first is always out of the fans and he's apologetic. And then boy Kucherenko came out and he looked like he was going to be start greeting. Like you kind of felt for him. And again, and I've already mentioned him before. I don't want to mention him too often, but see when Baraghetti had his mistakes, he came across with, he always had this level of arrogance about him, like no remorse or nothing. And you're thinking, how can you, like, you want your players to have confidence, but how can you still remain so confident in the face of chucking in goal after goal after goal? And there's Kucherenko, and that was maybe his worst game for us, even though he's had some absolutely brilliant moments in it. But ultimately, when the keeper makes mistakes, it usually costs goals. And he came over and he was very apologetic to the fans. You could see he was really down on himself. Some of the teammates were going over trying to lift him up a wee bit, but I just really enjoyed that game. That's the sort of football you want to see. 2 teams going at it, and they're a good team. So you couldn't leave the stadium thinking, we've shot the bed there. Like Hibs are a good team. Hibs will do well this season.
I suppose the kick in the stone just because of how late.
Of course, yeah, and the fact you're 3-1 up.
Aye.
You're 3-1 up, and we had chances, but that's just the way it goes. Like everything's going to go your way. You're on the park trying to score goals and win a game, but it's not like you're up against nobody. We were up against a good team yesterday, and they were trying to do exactly the same. So it was just full of everything. It was dramatic. It was exciting. It was end to end. It was loads of goals. The referee was still an arsehole. It was just a classic Scottish football game.
Yeah, I think obviously on the goalkeeper, it was a tough day at the office, and when crosses were coming at him. Again, we've said it. He made some brilliant saves, 6, 7, 8 saves or whatever it was. Hibs obviously were like, again, McGrath and I think it was one of the Cadden brothers were just like, let's just launch this in and see what goes on. And again, it's the kind of level of the save. Like, it wasn't just your bread and butter saves. He made some really good saves.
Yeah, I think so.
Make, you know
I
what
think
I mean?
so.
Like, and you look at the other end, and the boy in the Hibs goal, he marks an error to the second goal because I don't care where he's going. He also then marks a save he doesn't need to mark because it's going about 3 mile wide.
Yeah, it was in the first half.
So it's like, and he's been involved as well. But Kucherenko bounces back, some really good saves, and I think there's obviously been chat online, and people are saying you got to get it. The keeper's got to be dropped. I kind of see it. No, just even happening.
No chance.
He is so important to the way United are trying to play, and this is nothing against Dave Richards.
No,
but just the way we play and get how play starts for him, how quick he is off his line when he needs to be in terms of like a sweeper, keeper or whatever.
Yeah,
I just I was a wee bit surprised to it because we're not dealing with a Baraghetti or what was the other boy? Eriksson.
Yeah.
Ken, or a Zvik or a Shromnik. Was it a tough day at the office? Of course it was. 100%.
And nobody kens that any more than him.
Yeah. I just think you just kind of I could see why the shouts maybe do happen at the time and whatever, but I just
No, but people on
can't see it.
the comments I ever seen online was like, oh, like keeper's a bomb scare, or he's he's got this in him. Like, I think he's been good.
Mhm.
There was a couple of moments, and one that sticks in my mind was the Oldham game where it's like he's come out and the boys chipped it, and would have been a half decent player, it would have been a goal. But apart from that, like, I kind of think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of think at offhand many things that he's done wrong.
Yeah.
And even yesterday when he did do things that weren't great, he done other things that were great and did help the team.
Yeah.
There's no danger he's getting dropped.
No,
No
and
danger.
I think ultimate.
What message would that send to him? You've had a couple of bad moments in a game. Nah, we're not tolerating that. That would just ruin his confidence. I would imagine.
I think ultimately here it's get over that. When there needs to be a discussion of when are you coming, when are you no coming, and see if you are coming. Good punch the thing. Like, get right through it.
Yeah.
Again. So it's
which he usually does. That was one of the first things that we pointed out when
100%.
we seen him. Like, he comes for everything and he'll punch at him. And just yesterday he's mistimed it, and essentially it's cost a goal.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing. But we can't be throwing him on the scrap heap because he's conceded a really bad goal. That can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's no productive in the slightest.
No, I'd kind of be amazed at that as well, to be honest. Man of the match.
The man of the match. I'm going to get to Lucas Stevenson. I thought he was brilliant, but so was Pan Kamara. But the reason I'm not getting it to him is because he's just going to win it every bloody week if I do. But he's just outstanding. Like, for somebody that didn't play for his country because they were worried about a groin injury, there was no sign nor hint of any injury when he was running about that park prowling. It was just tremendous. He's just non-stop. But Lucas Stevenson this week, yeah. Good, bad and ugly. I wrote this last night, Rondo. I can't even mind what I wrote. So the good, I think there are some real signs that we have the makings of being a really good team. Now, don't quote me on that, Rondo, but I think if we can avoid injuries to key players, we'll do really well this season. The bad, a draw at Easter Road these days is certainly not a bad result, but having got ourselves into a commanding lead, it was very disappointing to only head back up the A90 with 1 point. And the ugly, this weekend would be myself sitting in the second row at Easter Road in that torrential downpour during the game. What a complete soaked muppet.
But at least you got nearly a shot on the drum.
Next time, boys.
Right, buy me a coffee this week. Thank you very much to everyone who has jumped on at buymeacoffee.com/Dode Fox podcast.
Yeah, so we've got Patrick Joyce who bought 3 coffees. Congratulations on episode 300. I know what it takes to produce a podcast week in, week out. Arabesque and Shed and Shimmy Rule. Yes, they do, Patrick. Ronnie Fife bought 5 coffees. Love the podcast, lads. Always a laugh listening to you. A couple of lovable pricks talk about the Shed. Not sure about that. Stephen Welsh bought a coffee. Great podcast, lads. Always look forward to this on a Monday morning. Good mixture of sense and bullshit. Sense and bullshit.
Correct.
Cheers, Steve.
Got a t-shirt written over it.
Boyack Arabs bought 5 coffees. Like the new format on the telly, tea time with the Dode Fox podcast makes a Monday night. That man has got a good constitution when it comes to stomach and food.
That's enough to put you off your
Unbelievable. Someone else bought 5 coffees, keeping me connected to my team all the way in Philly. Congrats on the 300th episode. Fraser Lowe bought 5 coffees. Congrats on reaching 300 episodes, guys. What a roller coaster it's been for us all. Joining you on episode 132 seems like a lifetime ago. Thanks for everything you do for us United fans. The highlight of my Doha Monday morning. Alan Lee bought 3 coffees. Keep the banter flowing, guys. I always look forward to the honest analysis of the latest game. Much better than the crap shouted out on Sportscene. Well, sometimes, Alan. Dr. Healis bought you a coffee. Gents, thoroughly enjoying the pod. Keep up the good work. I think the effort that you put into this to get it on air this week is every week, is tremendous. Really appreciated. And Eco Pest Control, Mr. Neil Reiki himself bought a couple of coffees. Thought I owed you a couple of coffees for the free advertising last week. Thanks again, lads. Top man.
Absolutely. And if Mickey appears again this week, we'll be on the phone.
Definitely.
We'll see him, so we might be all right. Now, this is usually when we would draw our attention to our wall of kits But for those watching on YouTube this week, you will see we have replaced it with the Sporting Post front page of the champions that the Supporters Foundation gave out a wee while ago. Because there's no kit, no shirt to hang this week. Any reason why?
There is a reason. It's not a particularly good reason, Rondo, but I forgot. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And it wasn't until I got here and I saw a gap on the wall, I was like, forgot the tap. So I apologise to you and to the people that look forward to that wee 30-second segment each week.
And I mean, you've got so many to pick for as well.
That's very true. Next week, I promise.
All right, then, we'll see. It's time for this week's Tannadice Test. Time for the fun element.
Oh, there was a bit where there was fun last week. That wee last round. Are we doing that again?
You'll find it.
Mystery fight.
Round number 1, as always, is the player profile. Born February 26, 1979. Was signed January the 1st, 1995. First manager being Ivan Golak. And went on to make 259 appearances, scoring 17 goals. But whose profile is that? Which player's profile is that? Is what I'm trying to say.
Got to be a defender.
February 26, 1979. January 1st, 1995. First manager was Ivan Golak. And a career total of 259 appearances and 17 goals.
Then I'm going to get this in.
Good.
First manager was Golak, but did he play for Golak?
Well, that is for you to work out, Mr. McNichol.
I'm going to say Craig Easton.
Craig Easton? What's drawn you?
Age. The age. Because I think Eastie's younger than me. I'm sure he is. I'm calling him Eastie like I can him.
Craig Easton?
Craig Easton.
Correct.
That was a hell of a guess.
There you go.
I'll take that.
1 for 1.
Excellent. This is fun.
See? Round number 2 is higher or lower. Alex Cleland and Davy Hanna both made 183 appearances for United. Davy Hanna started 156 of them. Was Alex Cleland's starts higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower?
Yeah.
We'd put a number on it?
Considerably lower. 20 or something.
Higher.
By how much?
3.
Christ. Could have went any way there.
1 for 2.
Yes.
Still having fun.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Season snapshot is round number 3 this week. We started and finished the league season with a home match, and we didn't lose either of them. We got to the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. We got into the quarterfinals of the League Cup. The highest home attendance was 14,268 against the Govan Gadgies. The lowest was under 2,000. From a total of a possible 45 games, 2 players made the most appearances with 41. The top scorer hit 15 goals, and no other player reached double figures. What season is that a snapshot of?
Was our lowest attendance at home?
Yes, the highest
2,000
home attendance was 14,268, and the lowest was under 2,000. Yep.
That's throwing us, because I was thinking if it was an away game, must have been a Gretna or something, but 2,000 at a home game.
Gretna away.
What was out last week? About 25 year. See if I could top that here, eh?
What season we're going for?
I really don't can. I'm just going to take a stab in the dark here.
Or even talking to the microphone so we could hear you.
You could definitely hear me, because I could hear me. 2014, 15. Miles it. I genuinely had no idea. I would need more clues.
Well, I'd effectively just tell you if you need more clues. I mean, the only thing I could tell you was the top scorer was, or I could just tell you the answer.
Tell me the top scorer then, go on.
Sam Dalby.
Is that right? Wow.
Last season.
2000?
Yeah. League Cup. Group stage. Stenishmere. About 1900 at the game. Pish and rain. And
Okay.
Ryan strained on his hammy.
That's difficult to guess that, like. That you're
1,
for
2,
your
3, 4, 5, at least 5 clues.
less than stellar clues.
Starting and finished the league season with a home match. Dundee and Aberdeen.
And Rangers was their highest attendance.
14,268 apparently. Anyway, you got it wrong. 153. Round number 4 also played for Airdrieonians, Dunfermline Athletic, Gillingham, Norwich City, Partick Thistle, Ross County, Sheffield Wednesday, and St Mirren. Who also played for those teams, those clubs. Airdrie, Dunfermline, Gillingham, Norwich, Partick, Ross County, Sheffield Wednesday, St Mirren.
I think so. I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a clue, but I think some people will get that.
Yeah. No longer playing.
Yeah, there can't be many people that have played for United and Norwich. That's what I'm thinking. And Sheffield Wednesday. But I'm not going to be the man to tell you what it was. No idea.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Paul Gallagher.
So what was he? Left us to go to Norwich. He left us. He played for Sheffield Wednesday.
Gone to the Arab Archive, you did, yeah?
I didn't know that. I'll be honest. I wouldn't have got it anyway, let's be honest.
Okay.
If you were to take that name out that list, I'm not getting it.
So we're not doing that well this week, let's be honest.
But we're having fun.
Well, we're about to have more fun with round number 5 this week, which is Hat Trick Heroes. Including the 2009-10 season until last season, that's the 24-25 season, there have been 13 hat-tricks scored in all competitions. I'll give you a point for each one of who scored them.
Johnny Russell?
Yep.
John Daly?
Yep.
Cammy Smith?
Yep. Now, bear in mind, some players could have scored more than one hat-trick. So there's 13 hat-tricks. Doesn't mean there's 13 players.
Right, okay. Well, I think John Daly probably scored a couple.
Correct, 2.
Good Willie?
Yep, 1.
Jeez.
So you've got Daly 2, you've got Goodwillie 1, you've got Cammy Smith, you've got Johnny Russell 1.
Definitely wasn't Osmond, so he'll not make that list. Or Craig Curran. Jeezy peeps. I think did Johnny Russell score more than one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hat tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So what have I got? Johnny Russell with 2, John Daly with 2, Good Willie,
Cammy Smith,
and Cammy Smith.
Yeah.
Christ, there's still about 6 to go.
Yep.
Nadir?
No.
Ryan Gold, never.
Yep.
Are they obvious? Are we including academy games?
I would say we getting too much away. 3 of them are quite obvious, and one of them.
Shankland.
Mm-hmm.
Shankland.
Mm-hmm.
Did he score 3 hat tricks? He definitely scored 2. Shankland again.
Correct. 3.
Wow.
Yep.
That should have been the first thing I got. What an idiot. It was probably during us recording. I'm struggling now. Nicky Clark?
No. You want me to go through them?
I think you're going to hate
Okay. John Daly against Falkirk in 2010. John Daly against Motherwell in 2011. Both of them.
Somebody against Stranraer.
Johnny Russell got 3 against Stranraer. He also got 3 against Airdrie, and he also got 3 against Kilmarnock in the league.
Right.
So he was 3, so that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
David Goodwillie got 3 against Partick in the League Cup. The one I said you probably wouldn't have got, Simon Murray got 3 against Cowden Beef.
So he did.
2016, the League Cup.
6-2.
Cammy Smith got 3 against Partick in the League Cup in 2016. Shanklin got 4 goals against Inverness, obviously. He got 3 against Morton. He got 3 against Partick, which leaves us with our final 2. Kevin Holt got 3 against Partick.
So he did.
Somebody else got 3 against Partick.
Tony Watt.
Tony Watt
Got
3 against Partick. So,
fairly recent as well. Like that's fairly stinking that I didn't get that many actually.
Well, I mean, your words, but
Yeah.
I would
Terrible.
I would agree with you. But yeah, so there you go. So Tannadice Test, as you'll be delighted to hear, we'll be back next week with more
Disappointing.
riveting fun.
Disappointing.
Lone Report.
The Lone Report. Big Rory Adams at East Fife, another outing and another win at the weekend for Big Rory as his East Fife side took their chances and held on manfully to take all 3 points against Queen of the South by 2-1. Big Lad still hasn't kept a clean sheet for his lone side, but he will care little about that as he is in good form, helping get results, and the team are just a point off the top of the table. Charlie Dewar at Alloa. In what was a fairly stinking game, Charlie would get the full 90 minutes, but his side were beaten on the day by 1-0 at home to Montrose, and no, Sean Dillon nor Kieran Freeman got on the score sheet. Lewis O'Donnell at Cove Rangers. Lewis would again be in the starting lineup and play the full 90 minutes this weekend, but once again would end up on the losing side as Inverness came to visit and headed home with a 1-0 win. The main thing though, Rondo, Lewis is getting game time. And Lewis Haldane at Cowdenbeath. Lewis would get his loan spell at Cowdenbeath underway as he travelled to Blackburn United in the finest Carmat South Challenge Cup. And to say it was a comfortable afternoon for the lad doesn't really do it justice. He'd keep a clean sheet as his side ran out 7-0 winners. The real test will come moving forward, however. It's by no means certain that he will be the number 1 each week, so good luck to him in winning that particular battle. The Academy team. Today, as this podcast comes out, which is Monday night, the under-16s are due to play Montrose under-17s at Foundation Park with a 7:30 kick-off. Then, this coming Friday, the young lads find themselves in Glasgow in the second round of the Youth Cup, where they take on evil incarnate themselves, the Rangers. The women's team. United's tenure in this season's Sky Sports Cup started and finished last week at Foundation Park with a game against Kilmarnock. The game would finish 1-1 at the end of the 90, with Katie Frew scoring United's goal, and that is the way that it would stay after extra time. The game then went to penalties, with each side taking 13 spot kicks, but it was the side from Ayrshire that would be victorious on the day as they would win the shootout 8-7. Today, as we are recording this episode, the ladies are back in league action where they face off against East Fife at Foundation Park. Rondo, what was funny about the finest Carmat South Challenge Cup?
That's never heard of it, and it was unexpected.
They're putting money into the game.
That's no funny at all. That's
Not
half a
at all.
serious business.
Correct.
On this day, in association with the Arab Archive, preserving the history of Dundee Football Club since 2006, 15th of September, our focus today. We start in 1970. It's the Intercities Fairs Cup. First round, first leg against Grasshoppers. It looked grim as United trailed 2-0 after an early strike, or an early couple of strikes really, just after the break. But Ian Reid pulled one back for a dramatic finale, so Stuart Markland and Alec Reid both scored in the last 10 minutes to seal a stunning European comeback as it finished United 3, Grasshoppers 2. 1994, it's the Cup Winners' Cup first round, first leg against Tatran Preshov at Tannadice. United twice trailed but fought back to edge the first leg. Gordon Petric's powered home a header to cancel out the Tatran's opener, but the Slovaks regained the lead from the penalty spot. After the break, United turned it round. Dave Johanna levelling with a clever finish before heading in a second just 3 minutes later as United pushed for more but had to settle for a narrow 3-2 win at Tannadice.
I remember that one.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. It was
Because that was on paper, we should have steamrolled them. And we didn't.
correct.
We
Yeah,
didn't.
I do. That was
They put us out, did they?
Yeah, my season ticket was in the top tier of the Dode
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
2013, it was the Premiership. We were away to Ross County, and quite similarly, we blew County away in the first half. Gary Mackay-Stevens scored for the spot. Stuart Armstrong did us. Headed in a second. Ryan Goldar in a third before the break. After the restart, Nadir Chief G made it 4. Calmly rounding the keeper for his third goal in as many games. County, though, did hit back. Ivan Sprill and Rocco Quinn did score, but United stood firm to take the points, climb to 5th in the table as it finished Ross County 2, United 4.
That one was on live TV. That was a Sunday dinner time kick-off, that one. Remember watching it in the North End clubby.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Signings. Just the one.
Okay.
A Frenchman who did not stay long at Tannadice. He made just 8 appearances and he spent time on loan at Arbroath. He signed on this day in 2000.
No idea.
None?
No idea.
I think you might have mentioned him last week.
No idea.
John Lucena.
I did mention him the other week, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to pick him out in a lineup if I'm honest.
Then on now.
No. No.
Then on now. Absolutely.
Eight games and then on loan at Arbroath. No luck.
Not great.
Not great.
Episode 301 is done. It's another free week ahead.
Nightmare.
Before 3 home games in a row.
9 points.
Aberdeen, Kilmarnock, Livingston coming up. So next week we'll preview the Aberdeen and Kilmarnock games because that's obviously in the bottled and it's now a Tuesday night, but that'll have been 6 weeks since we would have been at Tannadice. 6 weeks.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Three back to back at home. It's a real good chance to start our title march.
Anyway, we'll check what's in that water bottle in a second, but you can find out more at DodeFoxPodcast.com. Follow us on the socials. We're at DodeFox Podcast. You can like, subscribe, click the notification bell on YouTube and support the pod if you like. buymeacoffee.com/DodeFox Podcast. Do have a great week. Stay safe. Don't forget to wash your hands and your arsehole.